Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day. We are continuing our playthrough of Ultimate General Civil War. We just completed the second Battle of Manassas. We took some heavy losses, but we also dished out some heavy losses against the Union. We are moving on to the Maryland campaign, which will end with the Battle of Sharpsburg or Antietam. Again, as always, depending on which side of the Mason-Dixon you hail from. But first, as I said, we took some serious losses, so we're going to have to build our forces back up. Thankfully, looks like our veteran units didn't take too many losses, so that's going to help us out in putting in veterans. And we're going to bring up some 1750. Bring these guys up to 1750. And the warriors as well. They're the ones who took the most casualties out of my veteran units. And they are going to cost a pretty penny to keep them veteran. Thankfully we had enough guns so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Alright, we are not going to have enough Harper's Ferries to actually fill out this unit. But we do have some Springfield, so we'll go ahead and buy them. We do not have to keep him veteran. We might actually have to use some veterans to keep him. I don't know. We just barely were able to keep them. Just using rookies. Moving on to the... Actually, let's go ahead. We need to assign... It's interesting that Jackson can immediately go in even though he was injured at that battle. That is actually very, very interesting. So, well, whatever. We're gonna go ahead and put Jackson in. The only issue is when you lose a Jackson in the middle of a battle, when a general, not a Jackson, you actually no longer gain the experience he would have got from that battle. He probably would have been a 2-star at the end of this battle, but again, now he's no longer a 2-star, which is unfortunate. We did get Richard Ewell back, so we'll put him in charge of the Night Lords. We are probably going to have to use veterans if we want to keep him in second rank, which we do want to do. It is just going to hurt. I'm going to try not to look at the cost. That's actually not as bad as I would have thought. I don't know if I want to spend, you know what, we're not going to spend the money. Even though they did earn their 2nd star, we're not going to earn, because we still got to fill out these cannons, which Cabell took some heavy losses, so it's gonna that's gonna hurt. Even though we have all the guns in reserve in our armory, that hurts. All right, so now we're gonna quickly go through and just we might have to didn't have to use veterans again here on the 2nd star, but we are going to have to use rookies because we are starting to. We're already almost under 100,000 just filling out our first corps. So a lot of these guys are getting very close to getting their 2nd star, which is nice. They got their 2nd star. They're more of a long-range weapon, the Tredegar. Yeah. So we are going to give them the shooting training for more accuracy. That way they become almost like a sniper artillery unit, which is kind of interesting to think about. Yeah, it would have been nice to keep all these guys 2-stars. They should go ahead and get their 2nd star probably in the next battle they fight in. Assuming we don't have to... we are spending money because we have... No. Let's, apply. Let's go ahead and upgrade these guys' weapons that I didn't realize I was spending money to buy more weapons for these guys that we don't actually have. And you know what? We have most of one. It's only going to cost us 4,000, so we will give him some Springfields. Now we should be able to give everybody Enfields. And we'll give him Enfields, and then bring him back up to full string. got his second star. Which is parrot weapon is another long range weapon, but I feel like gunnery training might be better for them. Yeah, we'll go gunnery training for them. Gavin, though, he got his second star. We're going to spend most of our money just trying to resupply our first corps. Alright, so he is a charging one, so we are going to give him the cavalry training. Now, this is the first time we've unlocked our second star, -4 cavalry, that is. So for the second star for skirmisher, or for cavalry in general, you get the cavalry training, which is more melee, charge damage, and stamina. Perfect for shock cavalry. Shooting training, obviously this is pointless. This would be good for skirmisher cavalry like Forest. And reconnaissance, which is more stamina, spotting, and stealth. Which is actually also good for shock cavalry too. Just for that stealth ability, you can get a little bit closer to the enemy. But I just feel like cavalry training might be a little bit better. And we'll go ahead and bring him back up to full strength. Again, we're pretty much spending all of our money just getting first corps back up to full strength. He was just an 8-gun battery, right? I believe so. And he gets his first star. He only took a few casualties. Whittaker, though, took some significant casualties. We'll go ahead. Yeah, it's not that much just to put a major in charge. They might have actually performed better with a major in charge. And we're going to give them the endurance course. And that pretty much spent the rest of our money.
Yes, sir.
Again, casualties, once they start mounting up, it gets very difficult for the Confederacy. And yeah, we actually are not going to be able to fill out, I don't believe, our entire second corps. But we're going to do the best we can with what we got. Again, just keeping everybody 1750. Now that we have the third corps, they're the ones that we just sort of max out at the moment. In fact, we can actually, believe, have some Lorens to go around.
Yes, sir.
Not quite enough to give to another unit. But we actually have Enfields. Do we have Enfields for everybody down here? Yes, we do. So, we'll give them the Enfields. We almost have enough Harpus Ferries. But that's right, we did actually have to take them away. And we'll give them Lorens. Okay, now we have Mississippi's. We need to replace a general for him.
Sir, yes,
put
sir.
Preston in charge. And put him up. 1750.
Yes, sir.
These guys they took 4 casualties, that's not much of anything. And we'll just continue down the line. We're actually able to give them Mississippi's, and we should be able to have enough to give one more unit Mississippi's. And 1750. Good. And we do have some palmettos to give this unit. And look at that, 1750. Did he take any casualties? He took 14 men. I know I just gave you Mississippi's, but I forgot about him. Oh well. And then
Sir, yes, sir.
fill out him the rest of the way. We actually, looks like except for maybe like our cavalry and whatnot, we actually will be able to looks like we're going to be able to fill out the whole corps back up to full strength with no issues.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, like I said, I doubt. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get them up. We might be able to get these guys up to full strength.
Yes, sir.
Not that it's that much of an issue at the moment. I could actually care less at the moment about getting this
Sir, yes, sir.
4th Division up to full strength. In fact, I'm not even going to bother. Let's go ahead and get these guys their promotions. Now we are probably going to use the 2nd Corps, I believe, going into the next 2 side missions, but I don't think I'll end up using the 4th Division for either one of the side missions. I don't think I'm going to spend any of my reputation just now. I don't really need the generals. I mean, we could use them we're going to end up having to use them in the 3rd Corps to fill them out. And like I said, we're good in the 1st Corps all around. Yeah, we'll leave the reputation to the end, I think, and then we'll make some decisions when it comes up. So the first battle of those, the Battle of Chantilly, which was sort of a rearguard action by the Union as they retreated from Bull Run. And it actually took place in a storm, interestingly enough. A storm came through, a pretty bad storm apparently, came through during the battle, which has made things even more difficult, which includes, was it Reno who ran into Confederate lines and was shot dead? Really should start researching these battles before I play the game, just to refresh myself, but one of the Union officers ended up riding right into Confederate lines and unfortunately was shot and killed, but it was really just because he couldn't, like, the storm apparently was pretty bad, and I believe the story is he didn't believe the Confederates were in the location where his troops were telling him they were in the location. So, bit of a bad judgment call on his part. So, we're going to go ahead and play this battle. Fortunately, in the game, there is no storm that comes through. That would be pretty interesting if there was, though. After the Second Battle of Bull Run, the Federal Army is reforming its force at Centerville. You are on a mission to lead a part of your army around the Yankees' right flank, get behind the Union position, and cut off their line of retreat. While your troops are resting near Chantilly, the patrol spotted 2 Federal divisions approaching from the south. So let's go ahead. Like I said, we'll use the 2nd Corps for this battle. Just because, like I said, that 1st Corps is starting to get pretty veteran, so I don't know how many side missions we'll actually start putting them in going forward. General 2 Yankee divisions are marching from the south to attack you. Deploy your men at this field and repel the attackers. Quickly secure the good ground on your flanks. Do not allow them to pass through. Reinforcements are on their way to assist you. Alright. We will, in fact, actually, as per usual, move everybody from the field. 1st Division will hold, go directly to our right. That's where, as I say that, that's where they tend to put most of their troops, is on this right flank, our left. But that doesn't always tend to be the case, especially during this playthrough, it would seem. Okay, so that's all I can bring in at the moment, which is fine. I only need 1 gun at the moment. You almost immediately get reinforcements, so it's not that big of a deal. And we'll put him right there. Yeah, start the battle. Start the battle. And let's go ahead. We're actually going to go ahead and put Bass all the way over here. They do tend to have units that try and sneak their way up the side. We'll put Beach and Crocker here. Weed will hold this middle farm. And then Preston, Schultz will hold this position with Whittaker. Sorta, let's put them right around there. And Avery should be fine where he is. These units, though, we're going to run into position. In fact, I think I'm actually going to put Weed here. Have him run into position. I'm trying to remember how this usually goes. We'll put Schultz forward, Preston here, and Whittaker into that position. And we'll run Schultz. And we'll just fast forward it really quick as we start moving into position. Bass running? Yeah, Bass is running. So as you can see, yeah, they already have skirmishers up in these woods. And here comes the rest of our reinforcements, so we'll move them down. McHenry, we'll move down. Chebadeau, we'll put in reserves here, while we also move the rest of these guys into these woods. We actually took those skirmishers prisoner, that's actually fairly interesting. Who are we not moving? Crossbow. I really just want to play a defensive battle. I think Gordon and Crossbow will move over here. Maybe Crossbow will just leave up in reserves up here just to see what the enemy does. Because as I said, I got a fair idea that they're usually going to send units up this way. Gordon, have him move right here. Hunt, we don't have anything going with either, so we'll move him into reserve right behind Veach. Union, not being too aggressive to start the battle, is beginning to move up some of their troops. Go ahead. I always like turning off my run once I actually get these guys in position. Actually, let's go ahead and move these guys up at the run because Bass is actually getting charged. He's probably going to lose position over there. Move Johnson up. Guess it would help if we probably would take it off fast forward. Let's go ahead and run him into position. Hunt, you can stop your run. I actually got extremely aggressive by charging everybody in. We cannot try and lose our middle. Skirmishers out of there just in case they try and recapture him. Whittaker held and kept most of his morale, probably because he had all that artillery support. However, he is getting charged yet again. Beach broke. Broke, so we can sort of turn Weed. Launch some volleys into these units over here. Hopefully. Meanwhile, we have these guys over here practically doing nothing. So that makes me wonder if I shouldn't move Trabadel up. Maybe get some shots on all these guys trying to take our middle. They're into the woods. That's not good. I have an opportunity to get some shots on those guns. With Birney retreating past them. Let's move Rothwell down, try and get some shots on these guys. And this Crocker's mostly focused on the guys in the woods with them. He is going to be able to get some shots on the guns. Slowly pushing these guys back. Why is he still shooting as if his morale was low? Yeah, at least just taking pot shots. Obviously that's a little glitched. Okay, there he goes. Doing a risky move by Gordon here, moving him across the river. Trying to break Ferrero so he doesn't keep threatening our right. Trabido. Get that last volley off and then get out of there. He's a sitting duck for all that artillery. Sometimes this game takes quite a bit of micromanaging. So as you saw, what I did right there was turn Trabido, or Trebo, I don't know how you pronounce that. I turned him right before that cannon launch, just so you want to take those additional casualties. Because of the flank attack, that would have been, we would have gotten. So again, some of this game takes some micromanaging. Looks like we might finally be breaking Leisure out of the woods there. Alright. Looks like we broke Ferrero's spirits there. We'll use Gordon to attack Chris as he walks up. That way we can hopefully get Hunt into position. Weed will move into the woods and the Leech will move forward before they start getting ideas of charging us again. I'm going to sort of move Bass forward as well. Probably right into these woods. It kind of sucks Ferrero ran this way into the heavier woods. Move Johnson up. Gordon can go ahead and get back across the river here. Rothwell is not in a good position. Either that or he's just not. Yeah, he has some muskets. He's also taken some heavy casualties. Let's get him back out of the fight. No, stop. Just come. Get yourself out of the fight. See if I can't get his morale back up so he can become effective again. Yeah, all these guys are pretty well in good condition. Whittaker, despite taking his general, is dead. I didn't even see that pop up. That's unfortunate, especially with our general issue at the moment. Pun intended, I guess. Alright, right now we're just trading blows. Let's go ahead and fast forward until something interesting happens. Hunt is dead. Who's gonna hunt? Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and move Johnson more that way, or he's gonna start breaking. I think it's going to happen regardless. Very interesting that the AI is more than happy just standing there taking casualties. He definitely outnumbers us, and a really good push could actually break us out of these woods. But he's more inclined just to stand there at point blank, standing out in the open and taking casualties. Again, the AI, not the best in the game. This game really suffers from a lack of multiplayer, I would say. It would be very interesting if they did have multiplayer. Henry is out of ammo, so he's just going to keep taking casualties, so let's get him out of here as well. Move him back. Guard the flank. We're actually going to start suffering from a lot of these guys needing ammo. Start moving our supply train through the woods here. One of Schultz, and he's running low on ammo too, so probably replace dash with forward and just put around the grenade with rearm. Do that before we take too many more casualties. Which 3,500 actually isn't too bad. We killed over double that, and we were outnumbered, so it'd be interesting again that the people just decided to stand there and take our fire. We did lose 2 colonels though, actually. Thankfully they weren't generals. Always hurts. We also gained 2 generals, so that's always good. And we captured enough Harper's Ferries that we can actually fill out the rest of our unit. Fill out a unit, that is, with Harper's Ferries, seeing as we were just shy of being able to do so. And we pretty much just rescued a whole bunch of our own weapons as well. But those Harper's Ferries is what really is going to be nice. Well, a few more 1855s for good. So, we'll very quickly just go ahead and we are going to probably want to do another army organization before Antietam, but I think I'll worry about that next battle, after next battle. I think I want to put it towards, probably should put it towards, if I'm going to do army organization, yeah. We'll put it towards medicine, because Antietam's going to be another one that we're going to take a lot of casualties for. And I do want to get army organization up a little bit. That way I can use that max brigade size to really make my 3rd Corps really hit hard. Especially seeing as they're going to be green, it's probably going to be better if they have a lot of troops in their brigades. So we'll go with that. We'll go medicine. And let's go
Forward
ahead.
line!
We will spare our first brigades of this corps. Get them back up to full strength, although looking at McHenry down there, I don't know if I want to spend that gold or the money it's going to cost. If it's just over 10,000, yeah, why not? Keep him as veteran as possible. Okay, these guys all rookies, so I'm not worried about keeping them veteran right now. Maybe later in the war, we need to have these guys more veteran units. We are going to need. This might be time to go ahead and buy these generals. So let's go ahead and do that. Maybe not. Okay. And in which case we'll be able to put the and then get these guys up in soldiers. Back to 1750. Now, did we lose any guns? I didn't check that. No, we didn't lose any guns out of his. Didn't lose any guns at all. Which is good. 1750 for him as well. And 1750. Now, I'll probably just end up. Go ahead and put Barksdale in charge.
Yes, sir.
In fact, let's go ahead and put Garnett in charge of that unit. In fact, hold on. Let's make this make a little bit more sense. And then where was Barksdale? Go ahead, put Lieutenant Colonel in charge. He's about to become a colonel anyway, so that's actually not too bad. Place profitable. Okay, that makes honestly a little bit more sense. And then let's go ahead and fill out the rest of this brigade and then move on to just fixing up the rest of it. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and focus on fixing up the rest of our 2nd brigade, or 2nd corps, sorry. We can actually promote them, so let's go ahead and give them the horseback mount riding. Horseback riding for them as well. Let's go ahead and make you an 8-gun battery. I think we're fine with buying those 2 pair of rifles. Get you up to 250.
Sir, yes, sir!
You took your promotion, give you the endurance course, and get you up to 500. Oh, we don't have quite enough Colts for that. We're 2 shy, that's funny. So, that is actually where we'll just leave this episode. I'm not going to start building out my 3rd corps just yet. We're going to do that after the final side mission. We'll replace the troops that we lose out of our 2nd corps, and then fill out our 3rd corps for the Battle of Sharpsburg. Thank you all for watching, and as always, have a good one.